Welcome, everybody. My name is Brooke Hiddink. I am the founder of the High Ticket eCom Incubator, and today we have Isaiah Tilton with us. Isaiah, do you want to introduce yourself for the listeners?
Yeah, sure. How's it going, guys? My name's Isaiah. I'm 23. I'm a realtor in Santa Barbara, and I've been doing Brooks course for about 2 months now.
Good stuff, man. So how long have you been a realtor for?
A little over a year.
You've been in the program for 2 months. How's it like managing the store and being a realtor? Has it been super busy? Has it been manageable? What's that been like so far?
I think it's just all about, just setting your priorities, and just kind of figuring out how much time you want to devote to it and kind of just allotting the proper time. I think if you set your priorities straight, you can definitely juggle two things at once.
So I think we actually first spoke before we even launched the program, I did a few free consults just to kind of get a sense of the market, see what people were struggling with. I think that's when we first chatted, right? Is that the first time?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was, man. We were talking on Twitter, like before you even launched this whole course, and it sounded really cool, and I was like really hyped about it, and I was trying to get you to give me some info, and you're like, you gotta wait for the course, man. It's gonna be really good. Just wait. I was like, all right.
What were you?
And you weren't lying.
I vaguely remember what you're doing, but what were you doing before? It was like some sort of TikTok drop shipping, something like that?
Oh man, yeah, it was, dude. I've been doing on and off drop shipping for probably like 8 to 10 months now. Like it just failure after failure after failure, just all these business models that don't work, and it was so frustrating because I was trying this, these BS little like stupid trendy products that just wouldn't sell, and it was ridiculous. And I had these people, on Twitter saying, "Oh no, this will work, man." I'm like, and it just, it doesn't work. It doesn't work, and like it might work for like a month or something. You might get a few sales, and then it just dies out, and then you just got to do the same thing over again. It's like the most stressful, horrible business model I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, I
Not
had the same thing,
sustainable.
man. No, I had the exact same thing. What did I try and sell? I was trying to sell like those dog carriers that when you walk your dog, you can like put them on your chest and your dog. I didn't sell any of them. Like, I think I had like two add to carts on like $200 ad spend. They cost like $20, so I spent 10 times the product cost in ads, and I had like two add to carts, no sales. I'm like, all right, like you should probably
Great
switch
business
this.
model they've got. Yeah. I
Cool,
don't know. Do
man.
people
So
actually make money doing that? Like, it's crazy to me.
I do.
Like, I guess some people, they find like one product and get lucky or something.
I think it's just like the only way it would work is if you had a TikTok or something go viral. If like
Yeah.
300,000 people see your TikTok, like I'm sure 20 are going to buy your widget just
Yeah.
at scale. But it just comes down to the advertising. So if you can make a viral TikTok, it could work, I'm sure. But again, like you said, you'll make some sales, and then your TikTok will stop showing, and your sales will stop. There's no
And
like
then you're back
sustainability.
at square one.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So cool, man. You joined, I think it was January 22nd. I looked yesterday. So how long did you actually find this setup process and stuff took? Like, when was the first day you launched your ads? Do you remember?
Yeah, I think it was around a month. I think this store setup took around a month. And so I think I've been running ads for like a month. So it's like half and half.
Okay. That makes sense. That's usually the case. Like, usually the goal is if we can get the ads launched within the first month, that's pretty quick. When you have to set up the
Yeah.
business and do the research and close the suppliers, like there is quite a bit to do before you launch. So it sounds like you went pretty quick then.
Yeah. I definitely devoted a lot of time to it. My housemates all think I'm a psychopath.
And coming in when you launched, what were you expecting? So obviously, you've had some really success, what we'll get to in a minute. But what were you kind of expecting coming in?
Honestly, I didn't really know. I didn't really know what to expect. I know I'd spoken with you several times on Twitter, and I'd seen, obviously what you've done personally with the business model, and so I knew it was possible. Um, but I kind of just, came in with an open mind and wanted to just see what was possible. And it's obviously a real business model that works. After doing the course for a couple months, so it's pretty exciting to see that it really is something that could be sustainable and scalable.
And what did you hit just for the viewers? So the first month, you started January 22nd, launched ads, I guess, end of February-ish. And then in your first month, or in March, you've done around 25K.
Yeah, we've done around 25K in revenue. I don't know why I'm saying we. It's just me. It's my company only. I've done around 25K in revenue. I'm used to talking to customers and acting like I've got like a 10-person sales team. I've got like we've done like 25K in revenue in the first month, so it's super exciting.
And how many of those came like on the phone? You actually chatted to a customer?
Yeah, the majority, honestly. I think probably like 4 out of the 6 sales. So like most of the sales I've done have had some human touch. It's like, and it makes sense, at that level of spend, like people want some confirmation that it's like there's a real person on the other end.
Yeah. I had the same thing, man. When I got started, it was like almost all phone. And similar to you, I would always say we, and actually I had, like when I was on the chat, my picture was on the chat, but I had like a different name for my chat me. I was called Casey. So like there was one situation where a customer, like, he pissed me off, so I freaked out on him, and he thought I was called Casey. So I had to like call him back the next day, and like it was still me. I was like, "Oh, I'm Casey's boss." Like I had a chat with him. Like it was both me. Yeah,
that's classic.
Yeah, I said, yeah, like I'll have a talk with him. If he does it again, like I'll have to let him go. But I appreciate it.
Yeah, Casey no longer works here. I'm really sorry about
it. Literally, man. No, but that's
awesome.
typical. I always say we, even when I call suppliers, it's always we. Like the product upload team, it's like one VA in the Philippines uploading products. You gotta have a team for everything, though. Sales team, product upload team.
Literally, man. Yes, no, like I had a big supplier just asked me recently, like, who should I speak to about product uploads? I'm like, it's a big, that we've got like 1,300 products. I'm like, I'm training my assistant on that right now, so you can just go through me, but we're getting him ramped up. He's like, all right.
Awesome, man. So have you hired a VA yet? Or have you delegated anything, or has it been literally just you to this point?
It's just me, man. I should hire someone. No, it's just me so far.
How many products do you have? 1,300?
No, I've got like 700 right now, and I am in the process of uploading like literally at least 3,000 to 5,000 more.
You're doing that all yourself? Dude, I'm with
just me, dude.
Your roommates. I think you're psychotic. That's wild.
I am a little bit. Yeah, I know I should hire someone. I got to go through Kyle because I want to hire someone good though.
That's the two ways you can do it. You can hire like someone who just does product uploads for super cheap, but they're not going to be able to do like customer service or anything. Or if you hire someone through Kyle, you can actually get like, I think Jack and Joel recently hired someone through Kyle. He's like their operator, so he's like literally closing phone sales already, like pretty much going to run the store for them. So there's kind of two ways you can go. Yeah, they will upload products for you, but the goal will be for them to like actually run the store, and that's
I kind of lied. I do have a dude in Pakistan who like does half of the like product upload process for me. So like, I'll do the Matrixify, and then he'll finish off like the photos and product and like the description and stuff.
Yeah. So you do all the pricing, the vendor name, everything like that, and he just puts in the description.
The title, yeah. I do all the important stuff, and then he kind of just finishes it off.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
So obviously you've had a great first month. Hopefully we'll continue scaling. But do you think there's anything, any breaking points that kind of have led to your early success? Do you think your niche has played a factor? Are you making like the majority of your sales with like one supplier? Just overall, like, what do you think's contributed to your early success?
Yeah, that's a good question. To be honest, the sales have been through, I think, 3 or 4 different brands. So there hasn't been one specifically really that's gotten like a lot of traction over the others. But I am still uploading the biggest brands I've closed so far. They're not even live on the store yet. So I'm kind of excited to see how those do. I anticipate those will probably do the majority of my sales, but they're not even live on the store yet. So it's been spread out across several different brands. I think the niche definitely had some opportunity in it, but I think the main determinant has just been I really have just dedicated a lot of my time and energy to this for the past couple of months, and it really was my mindset that like this is just going to be what I'm doing, for a while, and I'm just going to put in the work every day and make progress. Like you say in the course, like, you really emphasize like just moving the needle a bit every day. And I really took that to heart and tried to do that. And, I think that I'm starting to see a bit of success because of it. And you have to be okay with not seeing any progress for like a month. I didn't see, you're just setting up the store and no products are live and you're just putting in all this work and you've done everything to show for it. And you just kind of have to trust and believe that the results will come.
It's frustrating, man, because I think like a lot of people like when they come from a job, they're used to getting paid. They get paid for their time, right? And then it's like you got to do this Shopify stuff. You got to set up a business. Like it's simple once you go through it, but like when you're first starting, it's just overwhelming. Like there's a lot of shit going on. You have your business set up. You're trying to figure out Shopify. You're like getting told that you have to call these suppliers. Like it can be overwhelming, but you have the perfect mindset. It's just like I'm going to control what I can control. I'm just going to focus on moving the needle a little bit forward every single day. And over time, all of a sudden Shopify is easy. And then picking up the phone and calling the supplier is easy because you've done it for a few weeks. And then the things slowly stack to the point where the results start to come in. But a lot of people don't even get to that point. Like they stop before they even get to launching their ads with some good suppliers, you know?
Yeah. And it's a shame because if they just would push through, a lot of them would see success.
And with your brands, that's awesome that's spread out because mine actually for the first few months were very concentrated on one, and some of the other students who've
Really?
crushed it so far has been pretty concentrated. So that's promising. Are the margins pretty strong in your niche? We won't say your niche obviously, but what are you finding that those are at right now?
Yeah, the margins are decent. It actually varies pretty widely across suppliers, which is kind of surprising to me. Um, but yeah, no, actually, my couple of my biggest brands, I've got like 25, 26% margins, which is decent. They pay for shipping.
That's strong. Yeah, that's usually a good target. Is if you can get 25% landed after your cost of goods sold and shipping, that's a good target because we're selling like $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 items. So if you get that, then you're at like 1,200, 1,500 profit per sale,
Yeah.
it's not hard to make a lot of money quick. If you even just make 10 sales a month, you're at six figures. Yeah.
Yeah, right. It's pretty hilarious because I've convinced some brands to let me sell their, like $35,000, $40,000 products even on my store.
Do you have that expensive
Oh yeah, I've
on
got
your
like a
store?
$41,000 product. I'll send it to you after the interview.
Wow.
It's hilarious.
Wow.
You'll be
Dude,
you'll, you'll think it's pretty funny what it is.
you should do you should do some B2B outreach to like I'm not going to say the type of business, but I think you have a
Yeah,
B2B component for sure that those could sell
I
well.
think you're right. Like cold emails and stuff.
Yeah. I'll send you the
Yeah.
module for that after the call as well, but I think there's opportunity there.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah, I was thinking like colleges and stuff too.
yeah, that's another
Just
good
like
one.
a lot of opportunity.
So what would you say your goals are for the store? Do you have any goals, I guess, in terms of like next month, 3 months out, 6 months out? We're just kind of going to roll with it and keep focusing on what you can control. Do you have any specific goals?
Not really. I think I'm just gonna my mindset right now is to just keep uploading products and closing brands. And right now I just have like tons of product uploads to do. So I think my mindset right now is just to get these brands on my store and get all those ad campaigns launched for each brand, and then that's going to take honestly probably the next 2 to 3 months. So once I do that, I'll think about reaching out to more brands and stuff. But I think I've got my hands full right now, which is a
How
good
many?
thing. Like I'm really happy. It's the best problem to have.
Yeah. So how many have you closed total brands now?
Yeah, I can tell you. I've got like the whole pipe drives thing set up. I've closed and then I've closed like several like suppliers that own like several brands, which
Yeah.
is cool. So I've got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Like around 21 brands I've closed.
Wow. That's awesome, man. Yeah. If you get all those live, then I'm sure you'll at least double your sales once you get everything live. So that's great.
Yeah, I hope so. And all those
And
brands pretty much I have to upload are bigger than the ones I have, which is cool.
so obviously you're still very early, but would you say like what are your goals long term for the store? Would you consider like building it up and selling it, or is this something that you want to use to stop doing real estate? Do you have thoughts this way yet?
Yeah, I have thought about this because that's obviously the end goal is to, attain more freedom. Well, that's my goal at least is freedom with this. It's not money. It's like what money can give you, which is freedom. So the end goal definitely is to be able to stop doing real estate and just kind of scale this. And who knows, maybe even like build another store with the same business model, once I get this one fully automated, but that's not going to be for a long time. Like this thing, obviously, I believe has a large way, it can scale in a large way. So I'm really excited. And that's definitely going to be my main project for like at least the next year or so. So yeah, I'm going to scale this up as far as I can take it and then see what happens, get it all automated and then kind of take a step back and reevaluate. I would consider selling it, but not for a long time because I think it's going to be pretty cool to just have some automated passive income, just kind of flowing in.
And your niche also has some really, really good SEO potential. I remember when we decided on the niche, we were looking at that. So that will usually take at least like 2-3 years to build up, but that will really increase the exit value if you do decide to sell it. So definitely not right now, like get all this stuff live, get the ads set up, but then down the line, like maybe 8-12 months in, start looking into that, because there's a lot of potential there, and that will really increase the valuation if you do ever start to exit.
Yeah, I totally agree. That's a whole nother animal I got to tackle after I get these products uploaded for sure. Got to talk to Trigby for that one.
Yeah, he's the man. Trigby's the SEO man.
Seems like it, dude. That guy's a genius.
He is. He's awesome. He's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, just the last question. If you could give advice to someone who's considering joining the program or considering doing high-ticket ecom, what would you say to them now that you're kind of on the other side a little bit? You're still very early, but you have a couple months experience. What would you recommend them?
Yeah, I mean, I guess I would recommend only do it if you're going to put your full effort into it. Like, don't do it if you're going to do it halfway, because it's not going to work. So if you really want to do it, it's a sustainable business model that works. You know, I'm living proof. But only do it if you're really going to be serious about it and devote a real block of time for the next several months to doing this and working on it. And you've got to be okay with not seeing results for a while, and you've got to trust that they're going to come. But you've got to be okay with working for a long time and not seeing anything for it. You're not going to have anything to show for it. But you've just got to put in the work, and you've got to do everything right, and you've got to trust that if you do that, the results will come. And so, you know, I think this is something that's sustainable. It's a real business model. Super exciting, honestly. So if you're thinking about it and you really do want to put in the work, do it. Just start today and just do a little bit every single day. That's the advice I would give to someone.
Yeah, completely agree, man. It's not a get-rich-quick scheme by any means, so it's not like you're going to pop up a store and be doing 6 figures next week. That's not the case, but like Isaiah said, it is a real business model that can really work if you put the work in. It's not going to be like low-ticket stuff where you're trying to sell junk. It's a real business that can work, but obviously that comes with an amount of work. So awesome stuff, man. It's been great chatting. So awesome first month so far, 25K. Hopefully in the next few months, once you hit 50 to 100, we'll have round 2. But that's all for now.
Absolutely. Sounds good, Brooke. Really appreciate it. Great course, man. Seriously, you put something really special together.
Really appreciate it, brother. We'll talk to you soon.